Welcome to Ask Angelika, Season 2, Episode 5. Hello, Angelika.
Hello, Stephen. Hello, everybody else.
Now, we just double-checked the text and everything. If you spot a typo today, then we apologise, but we shouldn't because we've double-checked everything. Okay, so welcome to the show. And today's topic, well, you want to talk about today's topic?
Today's topic is Salisbury. Do you want to show a little bit of the video?
I can do. I'll come back in a minute. I'll just bring the title up on the screen. And there we've got the title and over to me and you. And now we're going to bring the video up on the screen. If you are watching live, thank you. If you want to go full screen, this short video is all about Salisbury in Wiltshire, which is about, what, 20 miles from where we are?
Something like this. I don't know. Half an hour's drive.
Okay, we'll take half an hour's drive. So welcome to Ask Angelika, Season 2, Episode 4, Salisbury. And without further ado, we'll bring the video into the broadcast. It's going to go full screen, and I'm going to switch over to the video and press play.
Because Salisbury really, well, actually, we're not talking about Salisbury. We will be talking about the cathedral and another church. I think if you want to talk about Salisbury, it's been in the news enough lately. All for the wrong reasons, really. Salisbury is still absolutely beautiful to go to. And the town is nice. But we will be talking about the cathedral and another church in a minute. So shall we do the sentences first and then watch the whole video?
Okay, I shall stop the video and come back and try and find us in all my tabs and drop that down, and we're back. So to everybody who's watching, thank you, and we say hello to Lynn. Thank you for joining us. And right, okay, so this week's topic is Salisbury. Now, the way that this lesson works, because this is a lesson I'm learning, is that Angelika has put together sentences about Salisbury and bring them up on the screen. I read them. You can read them at the same time. And then we translate them after Angelika has corrected my pronunciation. So let's start. I don't know why we all go live at the same time. It's just a very popular time. So phrase number 1. Salisbury Cathedral ist eine der schönsten Kathedralen Englands.
Yeah, pretty close. In German, we don't, I mean, cathedral, that is a name, so that would stay. But in the German word, Kathedrale, we don't actually pronounce the TH as a th in English. So Salisbury Cathedral, that stays as the English name.
Okay.
Ist eine der schönsten Kathedralen Englands.
Right. Okay, let me try that again. Salisbury Cathedral ist eine der schönsten No, I can't. Kathedralen Englands. Okay.
Yeah, I made it easy to read. There are actually 2 words for cathedral in German. One of them is straight away recognizable for the English reader, because Kathedrale, you can guess that that is cathedral. The easy to recognize, but it's easier to pronounce, which would have been Dom.
Ah, right.
So I could have written Salisbury Cathedral ist einer der schönsten Dome Englands.
Ist einer der schönsten Dome in England. So, okay. I think if we take it piece by piece, Salisbury Cathedral is one of the most beautiful cathedrals in England.
Exactly.
So there's the translation. And I even got the beautiful right. There you go. Right, okay, so on to the second phrase. Anything I should be aware of in the second phrase, or are we?
Only that it comes in 2 parts again. No, it comes in 3 parts. So we've got 2 sentences about Salisbury Cathedral. The second sentence is a bit long, So I've divided it into 3 parts.
Okay, and first part. And I'm going to read it, and you can read it with me. Sie enthält die älteste, noch funktionierende Kirchturmuhr Großbritanniens.
Not bad.
Okay, go for it.
No, it was fine. Sie enthält die älteste, noch funktionierende Kirchturmuhr Großbritanniens.
Right, okay.
So I've deliberately said it a bit slower to really break up, especially those long words like Kirchturmuhr.
Right, okay. Now, why has Großbritanniens got an S at the end of it?
Oh, do you want me to do all the gender? It's a case. It's the genitive. It's of Great Britain. And sometimes in when we're saying off something, we need the S at the end.
Okay. And
I like that comment. You are brave, Stephen. You're so scared I'll really mush up the language.
Right, okay.
Just got practice.
I do practice. Angelika is my teacher, and every other Wednesday evening we do practice German, speaking German, reading and writing German. And I'll bring phrase 2 up again, and I'll go, Sie enthält die älteste noch funktionierende Kirchturmuhr Großbritanniens, which, okay.
Ja, die älteste noch funktionierende Kirchturmuhr Großbritanniens.
Kirchturmuhr Großbritanniens. Yeah. Right, okay. Großbritanniens we're going to take as being GB, Great Britain.
Yeah.
Kirch is church. If anybody wants to guess this, then please do. Right, okay. Funktionierende, functioning.
Mm-hmm. Or working, yeah, functioning.
Working. Yeah. Kirchturmuhr is church. No, I don't know the last bit. What's the ending?
Right. Uhr is this. Watch.
Yeah.
Or clock. And Kirchturm is the tower. So church, tower, clock.
Right. Okay. So we've got 3 words in one. Church, tower, and clock have been. Okay. Okay. Sie enthält die älteste. The älteste. So it's oldest.
Yeah.
Functioning church, clock, tower in Britain.
Mm-hmm.
And enthält.
Contains.
Right. Okay. So the translation is it contains the oldest still functioning church tower clock of Great Britain.
Yeah, that was the still is the noch funktionierende.
Yeah.
Which you probably missed out just now. So it contains the oldest still functioning church clock tower of Great Britain.
Okay. And on to phrase 3. Well, no, the second part of sentence 2, but it is phrase 3.
Sentence 2, yeah.
Right. Und auch das beste Exemplar der verbliebenen 4, I was up to this, Handschriften der Magna. I thought I seen both. Never mind. If you see this Magna Carta, that's right though, isn't it? What's the pronunciation first?
It's the Magna Carta.
Magna Carta. Okay. Okay. And pronunciation of the whole sentence?
Und auch das beste Exemplar der verbliebenen 4 Handschriften der Magna Carta.
Right. Okay. Now, I do know that it's the best copy of 4 copies of the Magna Carta, which exist, and it's the best example, remaining example, verblieben, remain.
Yeah, the best copy is not an example; it's a copy. Exemplar means a copy.
Right. Okay. And also the best copy of the handwritten Magna Carta, as we would say in English.
Yeah. So it's the best copy of the remaining 4 manuscripts of the Magna Carta, which it nearly didn't have anymore, because somebody tried to steal it a few weeks ago, didn't they?
They did. Just at the time that Salisbury Cathedral was closing, somebody tried to smash the glass and make off with the Magna Carta, but he didn't get out the doors, didn't get too far, because it's very well guarded, not just by CCTV, but it's so valuable that there's somebody watching it all the time.
Absolutely.
So the translation of what we just had is also the best copy of the remaining 4 manuscripts of the Magna Carta. All right. Okay. Phrase 4. And we're still in the same sentence. So we're talking about the Magna Carta. Die sich seit 1215 in Salisbury befindet.
Ja, die sich seit 1215 in Salisbury befindet.
Which literally is, it's found itself in Salisbury since 1215. But it's been in Salisbury since 1215.
Yeah.
Okay. Which has been in Salisbury since 1215.
Yeah, it's one of those sentences where we have seit in there, since, where in English we would saying something has been, or we have been, or have done, or anything like this, sort of making it sound like a past tense sentence, whereas because it starts in the past, yeah, it came to Salisbury in 1215 and it's still there, whereas in German we're saying, well, it may have come in that time ago in the past, but it's still there, so we're using the present tense.
Phrase
Just like
5.
we do when we talk about ourselves, like where we live.
Ik wohne in Devizes.
Yes, but if you're now saying you live in Devizes since 2012.
Ik wohne in Devizes seit 2012.
Yeah, in English you would have said I've lived in Devizes.
Ich habe in Devizes gewohnt.
No, but that is a past tense sentence. Exactly.
Right.
That means you wouldn't live there anymore. Very confusing for beginner learners.
It is. Right. We're on to phrase 5, and
moving away from Salisbury Cathedral.
Right. Again, you can pronounce this along with me. Eine weitere schöne Kirche in Salisbury ist die. I'm going to say St Thomas because that's the name of it. So St Thomas, I'm going to say in Kirche. So pronunciation first.
So eine weitere schöne Kirche, not Kirche. Kirche in Salisbury is die St Thomas Kirche.
Very good. Kirche.
Kirche.
Right. And if you want to translate that, please do. And I'm going to go with another beautiful church in Salisbury is St Thomas's Church.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's a translation. So, eine weitere schöne Kirche in Salisbury ist die St Thomas Kirche. And another beautiful church in Salisbury is St Thomas Church. And it is beautiful, isn't it?
It is, and I don't think too many people know about this church, and yet, well, we'll find out in a minute.
We will. We'll find out more. Let's discover more.
Something very special about this church.
There is. So phrase 6, and this is about St Thomas's. Sie wurde als Ort des Gebets erbaut für die Männer. Sie wurde als Ort des Gebets erbaut für die Männer.
Again, it's half a sentence. Sie wurde als Ort des Gebets erbaut für die Männer, and then comes a bit more in a minute. Because there's some special men.
Erbaut is built.
Yeah.
For the people, die Männer.
Well, for the men, and I'm guessing actually that at the time there it probably was just men.
Right, it was built to. I'm going to say serve. It was built to serve as a place of Gebets. Gebets is.
Well, Gebet.
Gebets.
Prayer again. Ort des Gebets. So we have got the genitive case again, just like we had Großbritanniens earlier on. So we have an extra S on there. So it's a place of prayer.
It was built to serve as a place of prayer for the men.
Yeah,
Done.
but we need to find out which men in the second part.
Okay, let's find out which men. I'm going to phrase 7. Die am Bau des Dom arbeiten.
Arbeiteten, because this is past tense. Die am Bau des Doms arbeiteten.
Arbeiteten.
Yeah.
Right. So we saw that, well, okay. Der Dom, you said earlier, was another word for cathedral.
Yeah.
So working, Arbeit is to work, and past tense, were working on the cathedral. So who were working on the cathedral?
Yes. So when the cathedral was being built, these men who were working on the cathedral needed somewhere where they could pray because the cathedral hadn't been finished. So they quickly, well, when I say quickly, I'm not sure how long all these things took then, but so they built St Thomas Church so that anybody who was working on the cathedral had somewhere where they could go and pray.
Okay, good.
The most interesting bit about this church comes in the next sentence.
All right, okay, and phrase 8. Die St Thomas Kirche hat das größte in England erhaltene Gemälde. Right, okay. If you want to say that along with me, please do. Die St Thomas Kirche, well, my pronunciation first of all, Angelika.
That's fine. Die St Thomas Kirche hat das größte in England erhaltene Gemälde, and what it is, it comes up in the second part.
Right, okay. I see what I'm on. I've got to phrase number 8, and I'm in the spirit of it now. I was rusty to begin with. Right, okay. St Thomas Church has got the largest. Right, okay. The largest something in England. I'm going to have to ask you.
Yeah, it's sort of preserved. It's a particular painting, and it's the largest preserved painting in England. It's probably not the largest preserved painting in England, but of what comes in a minute. I didn't think we would fit it all in one sentence.
Okay. Let's come back. And phrase 9, nice short one. Vom jüngsten Gericht.
Vom jüngsten Gericht. That's what the painting is about. Except
right.
What is the jüngste Gericht?
I don't know. I do not know. So
it's
would you?
Last Judgment.
Of the Last Judgment. So it's the oldest preserved, largest preserved painting of the Last Judgment.
Yeah.
And after we've done the next phrase, we'll actually play the video, and you'll be able to see St Thomas Church and Salisbury Cathedral.
And the painting.
And everything we've been talking about. Right, phrase 10. Die ist das berühmte Salisbury Domgemälde.
Okay, dies ist das berühmte Salisbury Domgemälde.
Ah, this is berühmte?
Famous?
Right, and you said it earlier about painting. So this is the famous Salisbury Doom painting.
It is.
Right, okay.
Took me a few years of living in Wiltshire before I knew about this.
You discovered it?
Yeah, after I've been living there for, I don't know how many years, 20 odd years, and I didn't know anything about it. And yet I've been to Salisbury lots of times. I've been to the cathedral. I didn't know about the St Thomas Church and the Doom painting.
And we make a point of visiting a couple of times a year now. So I'm going to bring up to the broadcast. If you go full screen, you will be able to see this video full screen. I'm going over to the video, and I'm going to rewind it to the beginning, and you're going to be taken on a tour of Salisbury Cathedral and St Thomas Church, and you'll see. What will they see, Angelika?
Well, they see the church, the cathedral, and a little bit on the mainly on the outside this time, and then they see the inside, or the dome painting really, of St Thomas Church.
Yeah. When we look at churches like this, I always wonder, could we build one today?
Yeah, I think we could, but I don't think it would last very long.
Well, no, I mean, the stone was quarried locally and then taken to Salisbury, and it's the skills that we've lost, isn't it? The actual, I mean, it's very ornamental, is the church, and the skill of actually creating, I mean, it's not just bricks, it's actually, as you can see here, that is just, well, incredibly beautiful.
It is. Fascinates me every time we go.
Yeah.
I think I'll go and read those sentences again. Let me just find them again. Only the German bits.
Okay, fine. Off you go.
Salisbury Cathedral ist eine der schönsten Kathedralen Englands. Sie enthält die älteste noch funktionierende Kirchturmuhr Großbritanniens und auch das beste Exemplar der verbliebenen 4 Handschriften der Magna Carta, die sich seit 12.015 in Salisbury befindet. And I'll read the other bits when we actually get to St Thomas's Church, because this is still Salisbury Cathedral.
Yeah, this is the inner courtyard. Let's, what's it called? There's a name for it.
Is there? I don't know. Can't remember.
Yeah, I wrote about it the other day. The name just came to me. Okay. And the spire is pointing into the heavens.
You
And,
can see it from so far away, which is always beautiful to see. You know,
that's true. True. For many miles around. Now that's the photograph that's on my profile at the moment.
Yes, it is. That's the entrance to the Magna Carta.
Magna Carta is intended mainly to protect the rights and wealth of a privileged elite, but it also asserted certain freedoms. We're now in St Thomas's.
That's it. Eine weitere schöne Kirche in Salisbury ist die St Thomas Kirche. Sie wurde als Ort des Gebets erbaut für die Männer, die am Bau des Doms arbeiteten. Die St Thomas Kirche hat das größte in England erhaltene Gemälde vom jüngsten Gericht. Das ist das berühmte Salisbury Dome Gemälde. And there it is.
So that's the Salisbury Dome painting.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the filming doesn't do it any justice. You really need to see it for real.
Well, I'm going to come back now, so forgive me for a second while I find the right screen. I'm going to take that down from the screen. It's back to Angelika and I. For many years, it was actually covered up, wasn't it? Nobody knew it was there.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, right.
People covered things up because they were old-fashioned or whatever. So
Indeed.
It's nice that you can see it again. So if you do ever go and visit Salisbury, yes, the cathedral obviously is the big place to go to, but also have a look at St Thomas Church.
Right. And it's over to Angelika to close the show.
Yes.
Angelika.
In 2 weeks' time, I think we're walking through Savernake Forest. Always very beautifully in this time of the year. So we'll have a look at that. And until then, it's tschüss von mir. Thanks for watching.
Und tschüss von mir. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Have a fantastic weekend. Bye for now.